Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking you through the simple adjustments and tweaks that I make to my outfits to make me look taller and slimmer. Now I'm 5'2" or 158 centimeters tall, and I'm pear-shaped, and so I really try to highlight the parts of my body that are going to trick the eye and make me look visually longer and slimmer. If I've learned anything since honing in on my personal style, it's that the smallest details make the biggest impact, and when I look more put together, I generally feel better and I have a bit more confidence to go about my day. And that's what this is all about. It's about highlighting the best parts of you so that you have the most confidence when you're conquering the world or your 10 a.m. meeting. Now I'm going to be talking you through 4 different outfits, and I'll be sharing with you all of the things that I keep in mind when I'm putting together a look. I've got outfits that are both work appropriate as well as ones for when you're just chilling on the weekends. And as I share with you the ways that I make my little tweaks, I think you'll get a feel for how I keep proportions and silhouettes in mind when I'm putting together a look. So let's get started with the first outfit. So this first outfit that we're kicking off with is a more work-centric one, and I love and regularly wear every single piece that I'm wearing here, but these items don't necessarily come together to create the most flattering and elongating outfit. I'm wearing a midi skirt here with an A-line cut, which I bought from Uniqlo. I think it's about 7 or 8 years old. I've got a boxy white Oxford shirt, some ankle boots, and I have a short trench coat as well. There's a lot happening. I appreciate that. Now, the light coloured trench coat and the shirt against the dark coloured skirt is really emphasising where my trench ends, and that happens to be the widest point on my body. And so let's just ditch the jacket first. And on paper, this is one of those classic combinations, you know, white shirt, A-line skirt, but the cut of the shirt and the cut of the skirt don't necessarily go together to create the most flattering outfit. The shirt that I'm wearing has a cropped cut, but it ends a little bit awkwardly. And my waist so happens to be the slimmest part of my body. I should really be highlighting my waist in this situation. And that's why I look a little bit stocky and stumpy at the moment, because I just look like a bit of a rectangle. Okay, so let's try and tuck this shirt in just to try and accentuate my waist, keeping in mind that the shirt that I am trying to tuck in is a heavyweight cotton Oxford style shirt, which is probably not doing what it should be doing, and the fabric isn't sitting as nicely as I want it to sit. So instead of the cotton shirt, I'm going to switch it out for a silk shirt. And here it is here in its beautiful glory, untucked. And as you can see, it looks a little bit awkward as it's untucked. So let's tuck it in so that I can accentuate my waist. This is now looking a little bit better. Okay, so now let's talk about the shoes. I'm wearing here a pair of black ankle boots, and these are a pair of boots that I love to style with jeans and with trousers, but paired with this midi skirt with this A-line cut, it doesn't necessarily work. And the bit of skin that is showing just so happens to be my chunky calves, and I think what it's doing is it's making my calves look a lot chunkier than they are. I mean, I've got chunky calves, I'm not shying away from that, and I'm proud of the chunk as well. They have taken me places, but I think for this particular look, it's not really what I want to highlight. What I will do is I'm going to switch out the ankle boots for a pair of knee-high boots. And as you can see here, magically, what it's done is it's created a visual line and just worked to elongate my frame. Now, I initially started off by wearing a shorter trench coat, a piece that I absolutely love and that you would have seen all over my blog, but I think a short trench coat doesn't necessarily work with this skirt. And so instead, I'm going to pair a longer trench coat. And I've got here a khaki trench coat because monochromatic dressing, if you watch my other videos, can be really elongating and flattering, particularly if you're petite, because what it works to do is it creates a visual line. This is a perfect look for autumn or transitional seasons if you are experiencing a cooler than usual spring like I am here in Sydney. But if I were to warm this up a little bit more for winter, then I would switch out my trench coat for a khaki coat, a longer coat that would also achieve the same effect, but just keep my body a little bit warmer. And so the things that I've done here to improve my look are to accentuate my waist and create a line to elongate my frame by switching out my shoes and strategically picking a jacket that works together to create that visual line. Okay, so let's move on to the next outfit, and this outfit has the potential of being a very good worker outfit, but at the moment it's not really hitting the mark for me. I'm I'm wearing here a shirt dress, which is in a lovely light blue shade, and I've paired that with a navy waistcoat. And so B-Roll Virginia here is really trying to match up the shades together, but it's all looking a little bit busy. You've got the double collar, you've got the awkward length of the waistcoat, which isn't really flattering with the dress. They just don't work together. And then I've also got the ankle boots, which so happen to be my favorite pair of ankle boots by R.M. Williams, but at the moment it's not particularly pulling together this look. Okay, so let's ditch the waistcoat. Now there are a few things that I keep in mind when I'm wearing a shirt dress, and the thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that I am accentuating my waist, similar to what I was doing with my first outfit. So this particular dress, which I really love and I'll link below, has a really nifty belt, and so I'm just going to proceed to cinch in my waist, and I'm going to fold up my sleeves. So the waistcoat didn't work, but if it gets chilly or a little bit cold, then I need another layer. And so here I've got my Macintosh coat, which is really elongating and slimming. It's a single-breasted style in a similar cool tone shade. And because of where it hits, I'm okay with the boots. I don't think that it's accentuating my chunky calves. I would wear this outfit just as is. Now let's bring the waistcoat back, because I haven't forgotten that, and I actually really love waistcoats and how people are styling them these days. And this is one that's a really lovely boiled wool style from the Fold. Here I've got the shell of my outfit, which is a merino wool top from Arquette and a silk midi skirt from Anine Bing. The Arquette top I have spoken about heaps in a particular Arquette review, and the midi skirt that I'm wearing is not an unfamiliar style if you follow my blog and have watched other videos on my YouTube. These are pieces that I have regularly worn. And so these pieces are cut to be quite fitted on my frame, although the skirt isn't necessarily skin tight. So let's pop the waistcoat back on. And as you can see, with the dark coloured bottom of my skirt, where the waistcoat ends doesn't look necessarily awkward as it did when I was wearing it with the shirt dress. Now, this waistcoat has a belt, and so I'm going to make use of that in order to accentuate my waist. Even though it's all very dark coloured, I think it's those little details that really work to emphasise your silhouette. And so if you're pear-shaped like me and you've got a smaller waist, then you should really use that to your advantage to make yourself look a little bit slimmer. And so it's looking much better, much more improved. Let me just pop my collar. Now I actually don't mind my R.M. Williams boots with this look. I actually would wear this happily, but let's switch them out for some knee-high boots and let's see if they make a difference. And you know what? I think they do. I think what it does is it creates that long line similar to what I was achieving with that first look that I shared with you. Now, if you don't have a pair of knee-high boots, then that's okay as well. You can easily achieve this technique by pairing a pair of tights or a pair of stockings with your shoes just to create that visual line. Now, what I've done in this look is that while I started off with the same blue tones, the tones that I paired weren't necessarily flattering with the hemlines of those pieces. And so in this look, I've made sure that I've strategically paired dark colours where they should be paired so that they don't look awkward. And I've also accentuated my waist. And again, I've created a visual line to make myself look taller. Before I get stuck into the next outfit, and while I've still got you, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, then I would love it if you did so we could hang out a little bit more. I'm all about making the most out of my wardrobe, and I make videos about personal style, handbags, petite style. I've got a few videos that I'll link below in case you're interested, as well as workwear. And so if you're interested in any of those topics, then I would love it if you stuck around and subscribed. Now for something a little bit more casual. Here I've got just your humble jeans and a white t-shirt. Now separately, I love these pieces, but I don't necessarily wear them together because as you can see, it makes me look a little bit stocky, the way that it looks like this anyway. Now the jeans that I'm wearing are a mid-rise cut. They've been in my wardrobe for about 6 or 7 years now. Since then, I have discovered my love for high-rise jeans, and I will share with you why as I go about tweaking this outfit. Okay, so first of all, this look is not really doing anything for my shape. And so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to see if I can tuck my t-shirt in just to see whether that is going to make any improvements. And you know what? This looks okay. But I think what the lighter jeans are doing is that they're accentuating the fact that I am more bottom heavy than my top half. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch out to a pair of darker jeans. These are a pair of high-waisted, straight-cut dark jeans. And you can still see that I have my thighs and my hips. They haven't disappeared, but they do look a little bit slimmer. Okay, so now I've got a white tee here, but I think what would look more slimming would be a dark t-shirt. So let's just swap that out. I've got here a black t-shirt from the same brand. I'm wearing Arquette t-shirts. As you know, they're my favorite crew neck t-shirt ever. And let's tuck this in just to accentuate my waist. I mean, it's a monochrome look and it's not entirely necessary for me to have to tuck it in to accentuate my waist, but let's just do it anyway and just get in all those little details. Now, when it comes to monochrome outfits, I love adding bits of texture just to make my outfits more interesting. It doesn't have to be a boring black outfit. So here I've got my Isabel Marant belt, which I'm going to slap over my jeans just to add a little bit of interest. Okay, so in terms of my shoes, I'm wearing a pair of my Gucci loafers, my beloved pair, which have a round toe or an almond toe, just to be specific. And while I love them with this look, let me just switch them out and illustrate to you how a pair of pointed flats works to elongate your frame. I don't have a pair of pointed black flats on hand, and so I've got a pair of navy flats here just to share with you. I actually don't mind how this looks together. And as you can see, it's adding visually a few more centimeters to my height there. And I'm also going to switch out my shoes to a pair of pointy black mid heels, and these are my Jadior pumps, which I love, and they're made of a technical fabric which adds a little bit of texture to my look. While I really like how I've improved this outfit and I really like how this is looking, there are a couple of things here that I think could be better improved. Now, firstly, the belt is sitting on my hips, but it's not necessarily accentuating my waist. And so what I'm doing here is I am untucking my t-shirt and I'm going to tie my belt where my true waist is. And as you can see here, it's quite a difference. The belt is working to create like a peplum style top, and it's quite slimming. I'll do this a lot with knits as well. I will use a belt to accentuate where my true waist is and just wear whatever bottoms it is that I'm wearing. I don't necessarily use the belt loops as a guide as to where to put my belt. I can pretty much pair any jacket that I want with this, but sticking with the monochrome theme, I'm going to pair a short trench coat that I have in black, which so happens to be the same style that I have in that beige trench coat in my earlier look that wasn't particularly flattering with the A-line skirt. So this black trench coat works to just complete my look. Final outfit that I wanted to talk you through is more of a dressier date night, Saturday night vibe when you're going out and wanting to look a little bit special. I'm wearing here an off-shoulder knit from the Curated. This is one of their new releases in a really lovely taupey brown shade. I'm wearing my beigey off-white straight leg trousers. I've got everything just worn as is, as well as a pair of nude sandals. Now, this isn't so bad. This just needs a couple of minor tweaks here and there. I think we can make some improvements. I think there are a few things that are working together to make me look like I'm a shorty. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out my pants to a skinnier pair of white jeans. There we go. Now, the one thing that I really want to do here is I also want to accentuate my waist. So I'm going to whip out that same belt again, the Isabel Marant belt from an earlier look, and I'm going to just tie that around my waist. And I think it's already looking very swish. I think the lighter nude sandals that I'm wearing don't necessarily go with the black color of the belt, and so I'm going to switch out for a pair of darker pumps just to bring together this outfit. And there you have it. Just simple tweaks that I've made to make myself look a little bit taller and slimmer. So thank you so much for watching, guys. That's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed me sharing with you all the things that I keep in mind in order to make me look taller and slimmer. Now, if petite styling tips are what you're after, then petite styling tips are something that I can give you. I have already posted several videos on my channel, and so I will link those down below so you can go ahead and have a bit of a watch. If you like this video and you found it to be helpful, then be sure to hit that thumbs up button so that I know that you did, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!